Hey guys, welcome back. It's Gretchen Fleener here at Paintertainment.com. Now that you've seen my little mini pocket kit and my air travel size kit, I thought I'd give you a little tour of my regular kit. This is what I use at actual gigs most of the time. So I found after trying all sorts of different kits, including a Fat Max, that I prefer to have a few smaller cases rather than one giant case. I can fit it in my car better. It's just easier to carry and easier to deal with. So these are the two boxes that I tend to bring with me on my gigs. I have a little folding document file cart thing that I set these in, and there's still a little extra room in there to put water and my purse and other things like that. So this one here I got at Goodwill. It was an art supply kit. I actually took this whole thing apart, took every piece of hardware off, sanded it down, painted it, and put my logo on it, and put it back together. So it has a nice carrying handle. Inside I have all of my paints. So you can see I have two pieces of clear plastic in here. I just cut these off of an old poster frame that I wasn't using, and then put duct tape around the edges. So these kind of help the paints stay separate when I close it all up. And what I do at a gig is I'll just stack these together and slip it right underneath my kit. I'm ready to go. Everything is there, open and ready. So I have all my paints in these jewelry trays. On the back, you can see I've attached some more of that clear plastic just to give it a little more durability and rigidity there. I put a little dot of glue on each paint well and stuck that on, and then put magnets on the back. So this is all lined with steel and then covered with black vinyl so that I can easily wipe it down, keep it looking clean. But they're all magnetic, so everything pops out. This one too, you can see I have a duct tape flap here in case I want to take these out. And then all of my split cakes, of course, are magnetic as well. So it looks so pretty. I wish I could hang it on the wall. But this kit works really great. It holds everything I could really need. If I really want to bring every split cake that I own, I have another box here that I also got at Goodwill. Another old art case. I replaced the handle hardware on here, and this one is empty right now because all my paints are in here. But again, it's just lined with steel, so I can go whichever box I want, and then these pull out. These are a little cleaning, but I can just pull these magnetic trays out. If I want to bring everything, put them in here. And in this kit, I have room for a whole layer of one strokes. I can put more. I'll put my bigger ones up here, and then I can tuck things I don't use as much under here. Maybe a couple star blends. And what I'll usually do is I'll put a towel here and my water, and this will be my rinse water station. So it helps kind of compress the whole thing into a smaller area. So that's how I carry the paints themselves. So now that I've got my paints packed back up, let's take a look inside this other case. This holds pretty much everything else I could need for supplies at my events. Now I always put a luggage tag on my kit. I've heard too many horror stories of people leaving their kits behind, having them stolen, and that's my little way of helping it find its way back to me. So this is another case from Goodwill. It's nice and sturdy and definitely manageable even when it's completely full. So let's take a little closer look. I'll show you all the little things I have going on in here. So what made me really excited about this particular case that I found was the depth. It was deep enough to hold my low Cornell brush tub, which I really love. Everything about it except for its bulky size, but it fits perfectly in here. Now I can leave it in here while I'm working if I have limited space, but usually I'll take that out. I'll lay out my towel here wherever I'm painting and set up my water tub. The towel kind of functions as a cushion in here. It helps just hold loose things in place when I pack it all up. I like to carry water in both a spray bottle and a dropper bottle, so I always bring that. This is a little business card holder that I got years ago. I put some Velcro on the bottom, and then I have Velcro up on top of the case, so you can see here, and you can just stick cards up in that spring, and then people can just grab one. My little brush holder, which you saw in a previous video, fits in there as well. This is my mirror, also another Goodwill find that I covered with duct tape just to make it more fun. I like to use duct tape with primary colors, not too girly. That's just because I don't want to scare away the boys with a, you know, pink zebra print girly pattern. So I went with this graffiti duct tape. Let's see, inside here I always bring a couple of washcloths. You never know, you're gonna need them. I've got makeup remover wipes, my little apron, it's just a waist apron. It rolls up nice and small. I have my little set of Intense Pro powders in here. A pill box where I smush all of my lipsticks in case I'm doing lips, which I very rarely do, but once in a while a gig will require that. Business cards, of course, never leave home without them. My glitters here, I've double stacked, but I can stick some of them up here, and then I have 2 layers of glitters. I keep all of my glitter in these little jars. These are actually jars that you get those jam samples in at Christmas time, and some of these I've had for probably 15 years. It's amazing how long they last. They're glass, and I've dropped them on tile floors and watched them bounce. What I like about these versus other jars I've tried is that I only turn it, maybe a half an inch, and it's tight. Whereas some of the other jars I've tried, I have to screw and screw and screw, and that's time. Time is money. So I really love these jars. I've tried other things and always end up back at them. What I do with my glitter is I spray painted all my jar lids and then glued glitter on top of them, so I can see what color I have from the top as well. I could even tip these on their side. Makes it quick and easy to find what colors I need. I have a little container in here. I think it's probably a lipstick container where my tiny things go. Swabs for lipsticks, little tiny daubers. I have some bobby pins in here, details, nail clippers, little stuff like that. And my liquid blings. Sometimes I only bring one of these containers, sometimes I'll bring both. So I have Velcro lining the inside edge, top and sides here, so that I can, and across the top, I can put all these little containers in here that hold my gemstones. I have Google eyes, but it's all can be rearranged as needed. These containers I got at Michael's in the bead storage. So they hold all sorts of things. I have bobby pins here. My little 3-petal pot, I sell these on Paintertainment.com. I can put 3 colors in there for double dip petals, and I don't dirty up my kit when double loading a brush. I have my blush up here. You can stick Velcro on anything. This is my little pencil sharpener. I have some tips for my liquid bling, some more bling, stickers. I put a piece of vinyl back here so that I can put dirty things like these, which need to be washed from my last event, lollipop blenders, without staining my fabric back here. But Velcro everywhere. This is all really wide elastic, and I had purposely made just some really big elastic strips so that when I'm busy working, I'm using a stencil, I need to stick it somewhere, I can just shove it in there. I don't have to be specific about placement. I just have kind of a catch-all. So I have a glitter brush here, some spirit gum for attaching gems, chapstick just for myself, little chapstick sushis for my clients. I have a couple of signs where I can write in with a whiteboard marker, like the time I'm going to be leaving or any other important information. And on here you can see I've wrapped some duct tape, just in case. You never know when you're at a gig and a sign falls or something and you need a little piece of tape. This is an easy way to bring just a little bit of duct tape with you without taking up a huge roll. Just wrap it around a pencil, a brush, or in this case a marker. Over here I have my stencils in little photo albums. I found black ones also at Goodwill. You can tell by now I'm a big Goodwill shopper. So my most used stencils are in this book. What I did is in the back I actually cut the pages in half, put a little duct tape on the bottom. So I have some shallow pockets for my little tapped stencils. Bam, mini stencils. I have 2 books here of stencils that fit in this elastic. So this kit really holds everything I could need for my event, and I really like that I can rearrange things. I have another aluminum case that's a little smaller, shallower than this, and I still can use that as well just by taking all these containers out with their Velcro and putting them in wherever I need them, wherever I need for that particular event. So it's all nice and quick to pack up, and works really well for me. Hopefully this gave you a few ideas for coming up with your own kit. Find out what works for you. Don't be afraid to modify things to yourself and make it work for you. I hope this helped give you some ideas for creating your own face painting kit. Be sure to check out my website, Paintertainment.com. There's a Learn section where I have links to all kinds of articles, and I have photos of how I actually transformed a lot of my kits step by step from what they look like at Goodwill to now. We also have a lot of custom kit creation tools. We even have duct tape, Velcro, Gorilla Glue, which I recommend when attaching magnets to your paints. The adhesive that comes on the magnets does not always stay stuck. And so we also have magnetic rolls that are 1 inch wide, perfect size for your one-stroke cakes. We even have steel sheeting that you can line your kit with. Tiny little pill boxes, and of course the wildly popular nowadays, the jewelry trays and boxes that they even fit into perfectly. So thanks so much for stopping by. Good luck with creating your own custom kit. Happy painting!